just got done making a TikTok video on this gun. Now this is going to be the longer video where I talk about the history and stuff because YouTube only allows 3 minutes on their shorts. So, get a good look at it. Roth-Steyr Model 1907. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the design real quick. These arrows show that these two parts right here were not originally on the gun, as far as I can tell. I can only find it on literally one picture on the Wikipedia page, so I accidentally drew it because I didn't know any better. But you would pick this up kind of like a Luger to aim better, and you'd shoot right there. Now these right here were probably the original iron sights. Now this part's where the bolt is. The bolt would shoot out firing pin, and then it would come back. Now it's loaded. What's the actual called? I wrote here. Lock-it breech style to fire. So it would put the gun, it would turn 90 degrees, and it would fire, so that it would have more firing. Now right here is probably to help with traction on your guns, because this would be used by cavalrymen, so they'd be wearing gloves, so it'd be hard to... I'm not actually quite sure. Now I did this black because I was going to do this entire thing, but then I realized you'd lose detail, but I still think it looks pretty cool. This shows right here. I'm pretty sure this is where the stripper clips, because it's huge stripper clips you would push down, bullets would go down here. It's probably where the railing is, where it would follow along. Or it might have just been used to help angle where the handle would go. Now this handle is a little bit too short because I didn't realize how weird looking this gun is. So think of it like a 5-rounder instead of the original 10 rounds that it should be. Now this was probably put a lanyard, or you could put something, type of strip. Maybe you put a talisman. Now we get to this entirely round. This is a very round looking gun. I quite enjoy it. Kind of looks like an airsoft gun. Kind of looks like a dart gun where you pull that back, put the dart, and then boom. These apparently go for like $900 or something. I've kind of wanted to get one. I don't have the money, but it'd be a cool little piece of history. Now onto the history. Now there's not much history known, well that I could find, known by me. I was having trouble because Wikipedia pages, all their WikiLeaks are just gone, just absolutely gone. Could not find the sources at all. Having lots of trouble. Forgotten weapons, there wasn't actually that much history shown by just one dude. I didn't finish that video though, because I got to the firing range and I was in the middle of writing all that down, so my sources are Wiki and Forgotten Weapons. Not great, but yeah. Roth-Steyr M1907 or Roth-Steyr Krnka M.7 or Roth-Steyr, issued to Army Cavalry. I'm not ready. I didn't write the whole thing down, but Army with 2 E's, because German, or Austria-Hungary. During World War I, first adopted semi-automatic pistol by any major army. While the Mauser, that German broom handle gun that Han Solo uses, was used in 1896 by British officers, but they would buy their own handguns so that they were allowed to. So while that gun technically was used earlier, it was never adopted by any major army, so that was just some little extra detail. Yeah, so like small numbers of that gun were bought earlier, but it was never adopted, so I'm talking about like 5,000 bought by like Royal Guard or some other police forces. And I'm not gonna read German or Turkish documents that I don't know where to find. And I'm not gonna read the trials that America had. Now onto the facts and history segment. It was issued to Austria-Hungary cavalry that I couldn't pronounce during World War I. It was the first adopted pistol of a semi-automatic pistol. Adaptation. It is loaded using stripper clips. You push down right there. You push down right there. It'll be on a little clip, and the bullets go using a locked and breech strike to fire. I'm going to skip the explanation time because most people don't care. Just gonna skip the details. You don't need to know that this gun had 10 bullets in here, and it should be longer, like that much longer. It's a weird gun. Portions are a little off. Looks more like a 1911 right here at the handle, but it'd be much longer and a little bit thinner. Developed by the Chechen designer Roth-Krnka M.7, who lived from 1858 to 1926. He worked in Birmingham for a little bit. I'll put the name right here so that you can actually see it and not just be like, whoa, completely mispronounced. Whose wiki entry is short. Just so short. Just designed this gun, worked in Birmingham, then moved to the Czech Republic. Or no, not Czech Republic, just Czechia. Working for the ammunition company Grega Roth. That's where Roth and the Roth-Steyr. Steyr. Working with designs based on Wasa Theodorovic. The final design won a contest for an army pistol in 1906. They adopted as a standard gun of Austria-Hungarian army as repeater pistol M7. So it went to trial in 1906 and won. Pretty cool. The government bought the rights and ordered production because the original company had no production means, so the government had to come in, sell off the rights, so pay people to make it by Waffen. People to make it was Waffen, Bersenschlith, or OEWG, in Steyr. Hence why it's called Roth-Steyr. Even though Steyr didn't really help in the design, other than a few minor improvements, which I don't know what that means. What does that mean? Did it fix the iron sights? Did it do this? I don't know. And FUG in Budapest from 1908 to 1914. Apparently made 9,000 of these were made. Now compare that to the 1911s, which has approximately 4.3 million, or the Mauser, 1 million. More probably, might be more Mausers. Although named Steyr barely did. Steyr barely, I already said that. After the fall of Austria-Hungary, Yugoslavia started to use this gun because 9,000 of them follow the whole country. You're gonna use them as a reparations. The Italians released some of these guns after World War I. This gun was also sent to the UK and US to be tested. Unfortunately, their trials just didn't go anywhere. A little bit of sad history. Can you guess what year this gun was tested? 1911. Like the famous gun. I was gonna say infamous, but famous 1911. 4.3 million of those. Less than 100k of these. I put it not to end on a bad note. I want to talk about the design. I already talked about the design earlier. I forgot that I was gonna. Alright, so you can see right here, I messed up. There's supposed to be a little separation right there to show that there's a curve right there, so I put red. An attempt to show it, but it's too dark right here, so. Let's see. I already mentioned that it's really rounded, like ridiculously rounded, and there's kind of like an edge right here, like a burr. Might have been like a stamped metal, and that's where the there'd be like supports right here, like where you put the receiver. Well, I hope you liked the video. It's a weird little funky gun. Looks like a dart gun. And there's not very much on this gun, and I hope you enjoyed the video.